And we are live. I'm just going to do a little sound check via the sound check.
Yeah.
uh, sound check is a good one. All right, so today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I even have like a little cheat here. I've got a background chord going. I'm going to shamelessly plug my my online tutoring. And that's just the way it's going to be. If you don't like it, tough titty. And this is more to do with stuff I do for one-on-ones, stuff I have planned to do for one-on-ones. If you're interested in that. Now, granted, I am more than willing to teach the basics, to teach you, your basic major scale. Teach you arpeggios. All of the ins and outs of the beautiful bass instrument. But really, the things that set me apart, as far as instructors are concerned, is that I'm 100% focusing on bringing out the individual musical voice of everybody that comes to me for tutoring. If you want to learn how to play other people's songs and cover, you can literally get tabs anywhere on the internet. I can't stress this enough. You don't need to know very much to get past that bar. I mean, there'll be technique things that you'll need to learn to be able to mimic these people, but you'll never be them. And why? I mean, granted, learn their vocabulary, but you shouldn't really agonize over learning how to play every bit. uh, I go live at 8 every. For this, I go live at 8. So there's that, Mike. There you go. But basically, just because I think people are getting sick of hearing the same songs over and over again. I mean, I know as much as I enjoy playing them, gets a little repetitive after, a while. So I figure I'd mix it up a little bit, spice it up a little bit, engage in some mindless self-promotion. Actually, I got this shirt because you told me to get it, Mike. Just so everybody knows, Mike Tisdale's my hetero life mate. He is the silent Bob to my Jay, and which is weird because I'm bigger. I'm heavy. Well, when we were hanging out together, I was bigger than him. I had dark brown beard. And he was blonde haired. He had a bit of longer hair, and and I was the like strange loud one, and he was like the silent smoking in the back guy. So, but anyway, he had actually like years ago, like fuck, it had to have been like 12 years ago, maybe 10. You'd posted the shirt and were like, "Harry, you got to get it," and I got it. Same thing with the exhibitionists, the exhibitionist shirt, the Exorcist parody shirt. He's like, "Harry, you got to get this." And I was like, "Fuck, he's right. I got to get it." Out of the men I know, he knows me probably best. There you go. Yeah. This thing's been. I've had this thing forever, man. Like the black is starting to fade and everything. It's like an old concert shirt, except it wasn't part of a concert. Anyhow, so this is the deal. Basically, when you do song construction can be a lot easier than most people make it out to be. You generally just need a chord progression. For our foray into soloing, we're not going to deal with a chord progression so much as we're going to deal with a single chord. And I'm going to base my initial examples off of the D chord, D minor to be specific. Now this is a vanilla D minor. It's open 10th chord with a flat 7 right here. Right? You can't hear any difference because but interesting thing, the D minor, there is a little dissonance, and you can hear the wave dissonance if you listen really closely. I don't know how well this is going to translate over speakers, but you'll hear like a little whoop, 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 whoop. That's the dissonance. Yes, because the D chord's really easy for me to work with. So it makes a good example. See, so that would be B major, B major. All right, no, B flat major. As we move closer to the relative major, which is the B major, we get closer to, the B flat major. We get closer, we lose some of that dissonance in the chord, and it starts to get a lot more consonant. But as we go with other minor chords, it all like fits together a little bit better. Generally, when you're working with minor chords, other minor chords fit better. Now, one of the things I generally try to do is try to not be a bassist when I'm soloing. When I'm playing bass, if I'm playing a groove and it's D minor, I'm always root, and generally when we're soloing, we want to try to stay a little bit away from that root, if not avoid it altogether, because it doesn't really add any information to the chord, and as a solo, you're supposed to try to stand out. Now, sure, I could do this on guitar, but I'm not as good on guitar. I could do this on piano, but I don't have an actual piano. I have a MIDI device, which is a 61 key piano, and I have to actually run it through Reaper in order to get any noise out of it. So generally I do everything pre-recorded on that, and then I'll replay until I get a full-size electric piano. We'll work on that. That's expensive. So first and foremost, with a D major, D minor, we have a C dominant chord right underneath it. All right, Mike, I'll see you later. Good luck with your hunting. And enjoy washing the public off of you. So when we solo, we can use arpeggios. We can just use I really don't want to, but we could use the pentatonic, but our root notes there, we want to try to avoid it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with the arpeggio, or I'll just use a scale, dominant scale. And avoid that D right there. It's all about avoiding the D for me. All right, so when we solo, there's a couple of ways we can do this. We can, orchestrate this big giant thing, and it's written, composed. You can compose a big giant piece where you're playing like, hey Donna.
Yeah.
Check the front door.
Okay.
Because there may be groceries there.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why they didn't text. Anyway, so back to this. So let's say you go, okay, well, I want to play a solo over this, and it's just a straight chord, and I want to avoid hitting this until I'm ending my statements.
No.
Okay. So we'll start. Let's say start with our arpeggio. And then just develop that idea further, Speak of the devil. No, they're not here. They're just announcing. Of course, that she's about to begin it, which is weird because it's late.
Oh, wow.
She should have started like 7. All right. Anyway, the toils of grocery delivery, first world problems. Harry Felger. So when you're constructing, you basically work it out and you're writing everything down. And I'm not writing anything down because I'm live, and that would just be annoying as all fuck. But you generally go, okay, well, I want to avoid using the root note until I'm at the end of my statement. So how long do I want to make a statement for? Well, this is what we use our vocabulary for. Vocabulary. Now that's like a whole piece of vocabulary, and how we can do this as far as ending it is concerned is, instead of ending here on the C, we'll just slide it right up. I mean, just that's the simple, obvious thing. No. And it brings it sort of home. I mean, because it's a minor chord, you can actually resolve really well on the C, especially in context of what I'm playing in the solo. But if you're really looking to like get out of the solo and go back to your groove, you may want to utilize that sliding into the D. I even did it without even looking. Wow. So there's that. Now, when we talk about jazz, we're talking about an improvisational art. So it's more of like a conversation. And I'm taking this tactic from what the hell's her last name? Ariana Kapp. Ari Kapp. She actually teaches. You can look her up. Ari's bass blog. And what she does is she goes, okay, well, since you're trying to do a solo on the fly, have a conversation with yourself. Use your words. How's it going, Vinny? You use your words. So same thing. We're going to go with the G dominant, C dominant, and we're going to use words just to give our rhythm. Like, hi, Vinny. How's it going? Respond to yourself. It's going all right. So no, I screwed it up. It's going all right, and you. There you go. A simple call and response. And necessarily when I play this, that's not necessarily quiet you. It's not necessarily the idea that you're going to have based off of what I'm playing. Screw you, chord.
I had to make sure it was a cat.
That's not necessarily the idea that you're going to get off of what I'm playing. And this is the really weird, cool thing about music as a language. We convey ideas via music. We always do. That's as old as time itself, as far as people are concerned. As far as people's time on Earth, conveying ideas musically has been something that there's evidence of existing. But it's a language that has meaning, but doesn't have a translation. The best way to put it. When I'm playing, you can get the idea that it has a feeling to it, and that feeling is personal. It's a communication where you don't, where the communicator doesn't actually get to dictate how it's received. I guess is the best way to put it. And in the sense that when we make music, we're telling our story, but how our story is received by other people becomes a completely different thing. I can. That's drastically different than. It was dun 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 dun. And you can feel that difference. That difference is palpable. If I were to play, if I were to go from one chord over to a different chord, let's say I did do a changeover, and let's say we started on A minor. All right, and then let's say we go from A minor to something like something that's close. Something that uses an G major. There you go. And you can hear the difference. You can hear you feel the difference. When you add context to it, let's add context to it. What works with that? Let's shut that off first, and then let's give me some volume so I can hear what I'm doing when I do it. Oh, we'll go with trusty old C major. Missed a note there, but you get the idea. Once you add context, here we'll make it even easier. We'll just do. Anyway, so Vinny sees your art. So as you can see, in context, it stands out even better. And then, let's say, since our chord is in the bass register ish, I mean, it's got that C, but the B, that's this B. So yeah, it's in the bottom register. So let's try soloing a little higher. Let's see, an A, something for A. And there you go. You have two definitively different chords playing over a parent chord, and if you have an ear for music, you definitely hear a world of difference between. Let's do it up here and here. You can hear that difference, especially in respect to this, because music isn't about the notes you play. It's about the gaps between the notes that you're playing. And it doesn't really matter even what register, as much as it matters the relation. Same difference in note, just an octave higher, but all right. Same thing with now this note and this note, very different, right? They're the same note, but their register, the frequency is higher, right? You can tell this and are the same frequency, and that's 8 octaves. That's an octave higher. I mean, we could go same note. You can tell it's the same note. The wavelength is the same, but the frequency is higher. 3 different examples of the same note. And then, our F here is our anchor, basically, even though the D is really the root. Or I can just do Can I do it where it's higher? Do I have that kind of reach? Not really, but you know what? We'll try it anyway. But you're still hearing the difference is the same as that difference as that difference. So we just have to keep in mind that when we're soloing, especially, that where we're soloing from matters less than the relations between the notes. So let's go with somebody pick a letter between A and G. Anybody? Anybody? I know you're there, Vinny. Oh, I gotta wait for delay, don't I?
Yes. It's a delay.
What's going on Facebook?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm having technical difficulties.
Yeah. Maybe you are. Definitely looks like your computer had a heart attack.
Yep. But we are still here.
Oh, well, that's good.
So, Vinny, or anyone out? Yep, my computer's about ready to.
Yeah, Donna's computer's about ready to crash. So, if anyone wants to set me off with a key, that would be great.
Audience participation. Yow. It's up to you. I'm not here to make you do anything. I'm an anarchist.
G. Okay. There he is. Vinny, key of G. All right, so G major. Let's do a G major right over here. All right. So, what do we know about G major? All right, relative minor to G major is E minor. The dominant for that would be a D. That's a good start. That's a good choice right there. The D, because it avoids that G. All right, so let's try something a little more sololy, right? How about a beat? See if I can't not destroy my connection by doing this. Let's give me a beat, Mr. Groove Trainer. Let's go with something like this. see, what else could we do? Oh, there we go. Off the third. So you guys get the idea.
Going off like twice or 3 times.
Let me just stop this. All right. So we all get the idea, and oh, you are a pain in my ass.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna have to cut it short because, well, I don't think it's really very short. So I'm gonna have to cut it short because apparently my ship shopper doesn't understand what a top round is. So thanks everybody for showing up. I had a great time. I enjoyed, and stay safe out there. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Bye.